What's up, Internet? I'm back with another Battlebox video, and this is Mission 59, and it's 2020. It's a new year. It's a happy new year from all of us here at Battlebox to you. Hopefully you made some resolutions. I know we have here at Battlebox. Our resolution this year is to turn the subscription world upside down. It's going to happen. We've got a lot of really cool stuff coming down the pipe. This is going to be the most amazing year of Battlebox yet. We're starting it out right here with 59. 2020 coming in with a bang. Why don't you join me as we crack into the box? All right, 59. As always, I got our mission card right here. We got our basic, advanced, pro, and pro plus levels, the MSRP values of each item in each level, and the total value of each level. And on the back, we've got the Mission 59 write-up, the first one of 2020. Actually went pretty well this time. I don't think I had a lot of grammar mistakes in this one. Maybe one or two in there. See if you can find them, let me know. But first up, we're gonna go into the basic box. First in the basic box is Survival Metrics Hydro Kit. It's a solar steel. It ain't kind of steel that you make the white lightning with and the moonshine and all that. This right here is supposed to give you potable water, up to 25 gallons of potable water. Age-old method of getting water, okay? So you got all kind of goodies in here. You got an instruction sheet. These bags are supposed to be optically clear to the point of letting, I want to say it was 90, let's see, let me be sure I tell you right. Where are you? 92% sunlight penetration. So what you do is you open these bags and you can put them over plants, non-poisonous plants, and it will help you get water through evaporation. Any types of plants, they do retain some moisture in there. You put this bag over top of the plant, condensation happens, and you can collect water down in the bottom of the bag. There's instructions here on how to use it, 5 steps, all the way down to using your tube here to collect your water, and it comes with this, this tape right here to help you cinch the bags around. It's a pretty big bag, don't you think? Covers up my gut, which is getting bigger by the second. Maybe I need to make another resolution. You got 3 of these in here, your tape and your hose here. So a really cool way to get water, right? Water sustains life. You gotta have water, and this is an age-old way of doing that. Also, you can use these as shelter if need be, right? So you can cut them up. You can use these for all sorts of different reasons. You can split these up, put them in different kits, keep one in a vehicle, etc., etc. So next up in the basic box is a rat's tourniquet. This is the Generation 2 rat's tourniquet here. Having a tourniquet on hand is a big deal, right? Luckily, I've never had to use a tourniquet on myself or anybody else. Hope I never do. Being prepared for an event where yourself or somebody else has a severe arterial bleed, blood loss is bad. And a bandage ain't gonna always fix all of them, right? Always have one on you. If you like to shoot firearms, always have one of these in your range bag. The difference between the Gen 1 and the Gen 2 is simply the length. Some people got big limbs, man. Some people got big old thick thighs and big old arms. You want to be able to get a good wrap all the way around it. So I really want to test this Gen 2 rats out on some bigger limbs, right? And the first person I can think of is Steve. He's got some big old fat thighs, What do they call them? Saddlebags. So let's go see if we can put this thing around his cankles or saddlebags or something. Hey, Steve. So. Yeah. I need to borrow your thighs. Your thighs is bigger. This is the Gen 2. You're supposed to go around bigger limbs and you
What do you say? This you got bigger limbs.
You're a little more healthy down there in the thigh area. Let me see your leg. I'm putting it around your cankles if you want me to.
Show some thigh, Steve.
Scoot it off the.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah, that's what we're talking about. See how many wraps we can get.
On here?
Huh? Yeah, I want to see if we can turn your leg white down there. You ready? Mm-hmm. That's pretty big old thighs, Steve. You been squatting, lifting weights?
We'll see, yeah. We'll see, yeah.
And get it up high now.
It's high. Ah! It's already getting a little tight.
You good?
Yeah, it's tight.
We're trying to save your life here.
What?
Steve?
Yeah, that's tight. I don't think it's gonna be that tight, Brandon.
They gotta stop the bleed, Steve.
Seriously, dude. It can't be that tight.
Feel that?
No, I can't. It's like locked down. I think you've got like tendon or something.
All right, it works. We got extra length for bigger limbs. You got 3 solid wraps on there.
Oh, man.
That's good. That was good. That was a great test.
Man, that hurts.
Yeah?
Success.
Stand up.
King.
No, we ain't doing. No.
You just want to see if it'll reach.
It'll reach.
It's a tactical belt. Tactical belt, Steve.
Yeah.
No.
Oh, go on now.
Cracked his eyeball.
Pop it out.
All right.
Good,
Thank you, Steve.
good sport.
Appreciate it. It works.
See you.
Don't come back.
This is probably one of the quickest and easiest tourniquets to apply to yourself under a stressful situation or apply to somebody else in an equally stressful situation. You have a loop here. You have this, this cleat that is designed specifically for the rat so that it's easily put on and taken off. So you just want to go through the loop. Now we got a big loop. Put it over the limb. And you simply tighten it up and wrap it around. So what you want to do, and I'm probably not getting it as tight as I should, but you want to get it as tight as you can. It is a little painful. You want to get several wraps around. Oh, baby Jesus. Pretty good about putting this on by myself here. And it's uncomfortable. I gotta take that off. And it's easy to take off, right? Whew, I can feel my hand now. Pretty easy to do. This is long enough to go around a thigh of pretty much anybody. I mean, even a bodybuilder, I would imagine. But you can see the length difference between this Gen 1, which is orange, and this Gen 2. And it doesn't look like much, but when you stretch it out, it's a little bit longer. Be able to go around your limbs. Old tourniquet right here. You need to have you one, right? So the rat's tourniquet is the second item in the basic box. Keep them in your trucks, keep them in your cars, keep them in your bags, keep them in your tackle box, keep them in your range bag. Keep them, have them available. We've got emails from people that actually have used these things, right? I think somebody was in South Carolina during a shark attack or something like that. When that what happened, and the guy actually had his tourniquet with him and was able to help somebody out. So that is your second item in the basic box, the Gen 2 rats. So the third item in the basic box is a book, okay? This isn't a typical book that we've put out before. This here is actually a fiction book. This is co-authored by the owners of Ready Man, Jeff Kirkham and Jason Ross. A really cool book right here. It's kind of about a U.S. Special Forces veteran commando that, was home. The has hit the fan. It's a great book that is fiction, but it's a lot of really cool stuff in here that you can learn from, right? So Jeff Kirkham and Jason Ross are very, very well versed in survival. It may be fiction, it may not be a real event, but it's stuff that could happen, and you can learn stuff in this book to help you along in those type of situations. Get you thinking, right? That's what books are all about. Help get you thinking, get some knowledge going. Well, what if? What would I do in that situation?
There was an imminent threat unless we see exactly what it was. He won't tell us what it was. He said that might be coming. What do you see going on here?
Well, I think it's going to be very hard to expect the administration to suddenly deliver all this information.
It being fiction kind of makes it fun to read, right? Sometimes reading some survival books and going through what you should do, how to do, blah, 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 is great. But in the actual situation, how are you going to react? How are your people around you going to react? People are soft. People don't know what to do, all right? They always rely on somebody else to take care of them. Well, there's a dude in this book that takes care of business, and it's fun to read. So awesome book right here, Black Autumn, from Jeff Kirkham and Jason Ross of Ready Man. Read it. You might learn a few things along the way. The last item in basic is Quick Seal Wound Spray. There's 2 of them in here, so you get 2 of them. We sent this in a box a while ago, and it got a lot of really good reviews. We got a lot of emails of people actually using this stuff, which we want you to use these things. I mean, these products aren't just to sit on your shelf at home. Get these things out, put them to use, put them in your vehicles, put them in your kits so that you can use them in case you need. So this spray right here is really interesting. It's small, compact, easy to use. You get a bleed. Of course, not a hemorrhage, you know, like an arterial bleed or anything like that, but your normal cuts and scrapes, in case you playing around with your knife for a month a little bit too much and you cut yourself, which happens, right, to all of us. You can spray this on and it helps coagulate the blood over the wound and helps to stop the bleed. You get 2 of them, so you can spread the well. Give one to your wife for her vehicle, and you got one for yourself for yours. And that's your basic box right there. The Hydra kit, the Rat's tourniquet, the Black Autumn book, and 2 quick seal wound sprays. We are ready to get into the advanced box. The first item in the advanced box are these Ironclad impact protection gloves right here. I use gloves like this every day of my life as a mechanic, and I've used several different brands, different types, the whole gamut. I know a little bit about gloves like these, because it was imperative in the work that I used to do as a mechanic. These gloves are really nice because they kind of, in my opinion, hit the mark on level of padding and level of protection. Sometimes some gloves just got too much, like they're too thick, you lose a lot of dexterity. They're actually cumbersome to use. You hit things more in tight spots, and some don't have enough padding or protection on them. These right here kind of hit middle of the road, and I really like them a lot. Another thing, they got full protection across the fingers here. Some gloves that I've used so that you can bend your fingers well, they gap them up, right? So that you can get a good bend with your fingers, which leaves areas for penetration, areas, you know, to be missed, and you actually still kind of injure yourself. And it starts to break off. Like the little pieces are separated, they're easy to bust off, and then next thing you know, your finger isn't protected at all. These have a full protection across them, and the design of them, the way that they're cut, you still get really good movement of your fingers, and you don't lose any protection on your fingers. Palm area, you've got some padding here. It's not too thick, so it's not cumbersome to use, it's not aggravating, and you got some extra material here in your fingertips as well. What's cool about it is you got protection here, but you still have good dexterity. Some nice protection all the way around. Very easy to move your hands, good padding, and what's really nice too is this thumb area is like a chamois material, so you can wipe your brow, wipe your sweat. Not only for working, hand protection's important. You're out in the field. I mean, the last video that me and Steve did, we both busted our fingers because we didn't have gloves on. Steve, he cried for like 2 or 3 days, you know, so Steve should have definitely been wearing gloves. Really good materials, very comfortable, and you got good dexterity, which is, in my opinion, what sells a glove to me. I was really impressed with these, and Daniel saw fit to put it in the box. Yeehaw, Daniel. The second and last item in the advanced box is an Atomic Bear survival bivvy. So this is really cool. Having these are great. Survival blankets, bivvies. This is basically a survival blanket that is heat sealed or heat welded. The edges to make like a sleeping bag, right? These things are very important to have. They're small, compact. You can stuff them in glove boxes. You can put them in pretty much anything. Not only to help keep you warm or help you have shelter and things like that in a wilderness situation or in a bug out situation or anything like that, but also in a medical situation where somebody needs to be covered up and help keep their body heat, keep them from, what's the word I'm looking for? Shock. Going into shock. You don't want people going into shock. You break this thing right here out and they're like, oh, I don't need to go into shock. I'm good to go. He's got a bivvy. So you got yourself a little pack right here that it goes in. It's got a whistle. If you can put a whistle on it or a bottle opener, you go. Here's your survival bivvy here. It's pretty long, all right? Don't need to be in a hurry or anything now. Maybe if I do my fingers like that, it'll work faster. There we go. So you can see the inside has got the reflective material. And I'm 6'2". See how well I fit in this thing. That ain't bad, huh? Fit right on up in there. Pretty wide too. I can almost put my elbows out all the way. You can have tater sack races with it. Oh. I'm okay. I fell on my mic and my dip can. There's your Atomic Bear bivvy. I don't recommend doing tater sack races in it. I think I broke something. Is the mic still working? We good? So that's your advanced box. The gloves and the bivvy right here. I'm gonna keep it in the packaging just cause I'm running out of space. So that brings us now to the Pro Box. In the Pro Box, we have one item, and it's from Climate. I really like Climate. Climate makes some really cool stuff. Great sleeping pads, sleeping pillows, things like that for camping. Now we got a Climate backpack. That's right, a backpack. So this here is called the Climate Stash. So as I talk about Climate, most of their products have to do with air, right? You can blow air in them or whatever and inflate a pad or a pillow. They got this in here too. So the back here is padded, and you can adjust with air pressure how much padding you have for your back to help with load management or just carrying around. So this is a 18-liter pack here, the Climate 18. Got a real nice zipper up here on the front, weatherproof YKK zippers. Got a nice ripstop material on the inside. Also, it's waterproof on the inside. Big open area here, 18 liters like I said. And what's nice about this pack is it's a great pack for kind of that quick thought or whatever. Like you need to throw some stuff in here. It's not a lot of stuff, but you got to have something to throw it in. This pack's great. You can ball this up, shove it under the seat of your pickup truck or your car. It's there when you need it. Really nice pack. It's got a drawstring here to cinch it up top. And it's got this kind of like a little rain roof or whatever to go over that to help keep rain or anything from going down on the inside. So the way that you actually inflate this is it's got this inflation ball tucked away in the right strap. You don't have to pull it out. You can stay in there, but I'm pulling it out so you can see it. So you got your valve here and your pump. So it tucks away nicely in this pouch right here, pipes up to the back of the backpack. If I pump it up, I don't know how well you're gonna see it. Pump it up. It fills that back piece of the pack up with air. As you can see, it's ribbed. Very comfortable on your back right here. Just push the valve. I don't know if you can hear it. Got the air coming out. So this is just a great day pack, a great pack for the impromptu evening or day on the trail or whatever, because you got it in your vehicle. It's a great small pack if you have a small vehicle and you want to have an emergency kit or a get home bag or something like that, and you don't have a whole lot of stuff that you want in there. And to be quite honest with you, you don't need a whole lot of stuff for a get home bag. This is a great size for you to do that. And like I said, you can ball this thing up, get all the air out of it, ball it up, shove it. You can actually shove it in some center consoles of vehicles nowadays. That's how small it can get. Just ball it on up and shove it wherever, and it's there when you need it. So that's your Stash 18 from Climate. Kind of like the Reebok pump of backpacking. Makes you pack faster, yeah. So now it's time for the Pro Plus. This month, we got us a fixed blade. Last month, we got the awesome, carrying it, man, I've been carrying it ever since. The Wee knife right there. It's a great knife. But everybody knows I'm a fixed blade guy. I like my fixed blades. And this month, we've got a killer fixed blade. Easy now. I gotta do something about that. We gotta put something out of the mystery spot in there. Put that in there. That'll work. This month, we got a fixed blade. It's a nice one. Let me tell you, it's from Koala Tree. It's called the Haswell Survival Knife. The Haswell Survival Knife, each one of these knives are handcrafted, okay? Look at that bad boy right there. I'll talk about the sheath. The sheath's equally as nice, but let me talk about what we got right here. So we've got a 14-ounce full tang. I believe it's 3/16 tang. All right, 1095 high carbon steel, true Scandi grind bushcraft knife right here. We got walnut handles or scales with brass fixtures there. Got a brass hole there so you can put a lanyard on it if you like. And let me tell you, it's just gorgeous. And the reason why, to me, it's got this forging finish to it, like this rough forged finish up here at the top. Like it just came out of the forge, right? Like it's that raw feel, man. It's just, I don't know. It's old school feeling, and real high polish Scandi grind right there. And she's sharp, ladies and gentlemen. She's sharp. So really nice knife right here. Scandi grind, in my opinion, is the best grind for a outdoors bushcraft camping type blade. If you're a bushcraft expert, or if you're just a weekend camper that likes to go out and do a little bit of camping, this knife's going to get the job done for you. The Scandi grind's great for batoning wood, and use a knife like this to help you make lots of other tools while you're out in the bush. So a great knife here from Qualitree. This knife comes with this veggie tan leather sheath right here. It's a nice deep carry down inside, which I like. Here's your loop. And this is going to look great over time as this ages and as you wear it and break it in. There's nothing like really good leather, you know, over time. It just kind of gives even more character to what you carry right here. I really love the leather sheaths to go on this. Just word of advice, because I have experienced this for myself. When you're leaving your knife up, take it out of the leather sheath, okay? Because sometimes the moisture can get trapped in there. You don't want it to affect your knife. I got a really nice knife that I've had sitting in my closet, actually, after I used it a few days, and it rusted up pretty bad because I left it in the sheath. Luckily, the company hooked me up. I was able to send it back, and they cleaned it up for me and made it all nice and new again. But that is the knife of the month right there from Qualitree. This knife right here has a $150 value, $149 value from Qualitree. So excellent value this month. I mean, this month the entire Pro Plus box came in at $305.84 value. Ye frickin' haul. And you got a sweet, sexy fixed blade to go along with it. The Haswell, 90-degree spine, of course, so you can strike your ferro rod. And showed that off to your buddies, see what they think of that. Knife of the month, Mission 59. Couldn't help myself, I just had to. That's nice, that's nice. Okay. So that's Mission 59 at Battlbox, folks. And as you can see, I don't have my stuff all nice and neat out. I got my new knife on my hip, and there's a reason for that, right? I'm gonna put everything in my climate bag right here. That's what it's for, right? The Survival Metrics Hydro Kit right here. I'm gonna put that in there. A great way for you to get water when you're out and about and you don't have a good water source, all right? Find you a nice leafy plant that's non-poisonous. Put the bag over it and let the sun and condensation do the work, all right? We'll put that in there. The Rat's Tourniquet right here. This is version 2, all right? Rat's Tourniquet, great thing to have. You gotta have a way to stop a major bleed for yourself or somebody else in case that happens. You need to have you one of them. But I'm gonna throw that in my pouch up here on the front right here, Rat's Tourniquet. Next, we got a book. I want something to read while I'm out and about, right? Might learn a little something about what I ought to do from some of the smartest people in the business right there from Ready Man, right? I'm gonna put my book in there, all right? Quick Seal Wound Spray, in case Steve's out with me testing anything else. Y'all know he likes to bleed on video. I got me a way to help stop the bleed if it ain't too bad. And I got the tourniquet in there if it's real bad, right? Put that in there. The gloves, I might get Steve to wear these gloves when he's using something on the next video so he don't hurt himself. But a great thing to have, keep your hands safe, free from getting cuts and splinters and banged up spots and things like that. You know, sometimes when you slip with a wrench, things get ugly. The bivvy. Great thing to have is a bivvy like this, or a space blanket or a survival blanket. You never know when you might need it to help keep yourself warm, fashion yourself a shelter, or help somebody else out in need in an emergency situation. So those things are worth their weight in gold. And if you've never actually used one and tried one, try it. You know, when I first saw one years ago, I was like, hey, no, this thing's paper thin, and it'll keep you warm, I promise you. Next up was my climate bag right here, the Stash 18. Really nice pack right here. Keep everything nice and cinched up. I got my gear in there. Add me a little air. Oh, that's nice. There we go. And last, I got my koala tree Haswell right here. A very sexy bushcraft, real Scandi grind. No secondary bevel on this. Fixed blade knife right here. It's so sexy. You're gonna love it. If you like this video, be sure to give it a thumbs up, comment down below. Be sure to subscribe to our channel here on YouTube so that you can see all the testing videos that me and Steve are doing, any leaks that may be coming out, and of course, the mission videos. As I said, 2020 is gonna be a great year. I wanna welcome you to the family if you're new, and be ready, because it's gonna be freaking awesome. I guarantee it. We are ready to blow the doors off of 2020. So, as always, I appreciate you guys watching. Be sure to check us out at battlbox.com, battlbox.com. You can see all past missions, everything we've been doing from day one. And I'll see you next month with mission 60. 60 freaking months of Battlebox. Yeehaw. I'll see y'all soon.
Yeah, tight.
We're trying to save your life here.
What?
Steve.
Yeah, that's tight. I don't think it's gonna be that tight, man.
They gotta stop the bleeding, Steve.
Seriously, dude. It can't be that tight.
Feel that?
No!